Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So obviously Beesmas isn't here, but the developers have made the single developer has made an official statement regarding it and sort of the future of Beesmas. So we're just gonna go over it today. So as we know, the Beesmas isn't here, right? And I'm gonna flash he made two statements. I'm gonna flash them on the screen right now, and I'm gonna go over them and I'm gonna narrate them at the end. But basically, right, Beesmas wasn't here, he was late, and people have been pestering him about the update, like, when's it gonna come, we didn't want it to come, you're late, Christmas is already over, and stuff like that. And people have also been giving him suggestions on better work ethic, tips, maybe help with the code, and that was kind of stressing him out. He was already stressed from the deadline of the missing the update, right? And because he missed it, a lot of people were obviously commenting on it. I think he even got a couple of death threats. It stressed him out a lot. I don't want to say it got him mad, but the constant pestering and annoying of him pushed him over the edge, and he kind of snapped a little, I ain't gonna lie. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't blame him for it. He's stressed, right? Onnit did nothing bad in the situation. No one did. There was really no bad. It's just, just a statement on the game. Onnit says himself that he never claimed to be a hardworking, good, or honest person, and that people should not be trying to moralize him into releasing the update sooner or faster. He says directly, like, if you are mad at him for not releasing it yet, or if you're upset with him, or if the message upsets you, then he just straight up says, quit the game, leave, we don't want you here no more. And pretty much he's trying to create the game in his own vision, disregarding profits or player counts in this initial statement. And that's the general thing. He's saying, you're free to vent and say hateful things about me, but doing it here accomplishes less than nothing. That is a quote from him. And he, in his last paragraph of the statement, he says that there's bugs with the game. He needs to patch them up, otherwise trading will be unstable and you could scam easily. And he ends it with, if the game brings you joy, then great. If it doesn't, then don't expect it to ever transform into something that will. To the vast majority of players who have been patient, thank you. I'm trying to get this out as soon as possible. And this was his initial statement. This is when he got kind of pushed over the edge, and he makes a second statement like that midnight, same day, and he's pretty much just apologizing. He doesn't say completely disregard what he said in the initial post, but he's apologizing to the fan base as a whole, because he was making that statement not to the fan base as a whole, but more directly to the people that kept pestering him, annoying him, bothering him about the update, and trying to just flooding him and stressing him out more. And I completely respect him for that initial post. In my opinion, he did not need to make this apologize post, but it's nice to know that he doesn't mean any harm. He was just trying to make a point, right? And he says it right here, I'm not going to backpedal and say that what I said isn't how I feel, at least in part. But the mean-spirited way it was presented is completely unfair, and many of the comments are just not true. When I'm at this low, I feel like the only way to get the negativity to stop is to match their energy, lash out, claim that everything they say is right, and own it myself. He feels bad for the original statement he made, right? And he wants... Onnit is a perfectionist. We've seen that in previous updates before. But when he releases an update, notice how you don't see many bugs, or they live up pretty much to our expectations. That's because Onnit himself is a perfectionist and he cannot bear to release the game. He says that he wouldn't want to release an update that forever tarnishes the game by making it a buggy mess, which is why he's taking his time. And he also says that he does have his own weaknesses. He says he wants BeeSwarmSimulator to remain unique. He claims that BeeSwarmSimulator is his pride, his joy, basically like his own child, the way he puts it, and that it means a lot to him. It's part of his own identity as a person. I mean, he's been on this game since 2018. That's like almost 6 years ago now, guys. And he says that he's going to take a little break for a day or two to recollect himself, to de-stress, because at the way it's right now, he cannot continue to work easily. He has, in his original statement before, he also said that he will most likely be making updates unscheduled, unannounced, and non-seasonal. He also claims that he started development on Beesmas way too late to make it seasonal, and he also apologizes for that. If you guys like the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below on any thoughts you have on its statement. If you liked it, you hate it, you respect him more, you respect him less. And you can also comment if you want to see me play any other games or talk about anything else. I'm going to narrate it with how I thought, in my head at least, how he said it. I don't know when the update will be released. I'm putting this out there as an encompassing response to everyone upset and annoyed with me, and as a word of caution about investing your time, energy, or money into BeeSwarmSimulator in the future. It doesn't accomplish anything to spam me with complaints apart from making it harder to find relevant info. The ceaseless advice from you countless experts on software development and game design, work ethic, and productive schedules, and all other life wisdom I'm receiving from you, various hardworking, creative, just, and accomplished saints, doesn't 1. Inform me of anything, or 2. Speed up the process. If anything, it would be demotivating, but if that's the goal, I've heard it all a million times before. I don't promise anything with this game, and if I have in the past, I lied, and moreover, don't care if I somehow lied. I don't claim to be, or even aspire to be, what you likely consider a good, hard-working, or even honest person. So good luck with the moralizing. I'm not trying to maximize player count or profits, so good luck with boycotting me into doing what you want. I have my own goals and specific vision for the game, probably completely unrelated to what everyone else wants or needs, and I'm informed enough, experienced enough, and most importantly selfish enough to know how to get there in a way achievable within my own capabilities. If this message upsets you, first and foremost, stop wasting your time on this game. This isn't a sarcastic suggestion. Life's too short to invest yourself into something that makes you feel upset, unheard, and powerless. This is just a single, small game and personal project by someone you do not like, and that doesn't care that you don't like them, and doesn't strive to give you what you want. There are countless other games with talented devs who are eager to please you and listen to your feedback, who would die for a player base close to this size, and deserve the opportunity. It will make you happier. You're free to vent and say hateful things about me, but doing it here accomplishes less than nothing. Only floods this place with worthless messages and adds negativity and stress to your own life. Repeatedly spamming complaints, demands, advice, or even support and defenses of me will get you muted or kicked. Testing reveals that need to be fixed. I add them to the list and I try to fix them. Things like spamming commands to desync visual that, if I release to the main game, could be used for scamming. That's the process. In the future, any update BeeSwarmSimulator may receive will be unscheduled. I won't be attempting to meet a seasonal deadline. I don't expect to do another Beesmas, and I won't suggest that there will be an update every year or even another update in general. Take that into consideration when you choose to invest your time, money, or energy into it. If the game brings you joy, then great. If it doesn't, then don't expect it to ever transform into something that will. The entitlement you feel you've earned from your time or money spent or support for me or this bee-themed incremental grind game is an illusion, and I truly do not care if that's right or wrong. To the vast majority of players who have been patient, thank you. I'm trying to get this out as soon as possible. Believe me, I want it over more than anyone. What I said up there was not fair. I allowed a few particular messages from a small set of people to push me over the edge. I haven't slept much the last few days. I'm feeling overwhelmed, and I'm doing stupid things, both with mistakes on the update and in what I'm saying. That doesn't make it right at all. I do try to give my all when I work on an update, but I don't start nearly early enough. I don't take on the help I need, and my method isn't sustainable. I didn't expect to, and shouldn't have missed Christmas, and I feel defeated by it. I'm not going to backpedal and say that what I said isn't how I feel, at least in part, but the mean-spirited way it was presented is completely unfair, and many of the comments are just not true. When I'm at this low, I feel like the only way to get the negativity to stop is to match the energy, lash out, and claim that everything they say is right, and own it myself. I feel huge pressure regarding how whatever I put out is received. I'm terrified of something coming out in a state that doesn't get the point across and letting people down, or tarnishing the game. I'm irrationally worried that I'll lose my way if I take on help or change my routine. I let negative comments beat me down, get fed up with hearing how I should be doing things differently and how I don't do enough. Because I know how much care and effort I put into the game. I like what I've created. It's an enormous part of my identity and gives me a sense of self-worth. But that doesn't make it right to shut out valid criticism or to acknowledge where I make mistakes. I have trouble expressing what it is that the game means to me as a deeply personal project. I want it to thrive. I want it to remain unique. I want it to have a complexity and meaningful goals. I want it to have a dedicated fan base that it pleases and brings to joy and gives purpose, even if it's just a game. I want it to be its own little world that people care about. I can't do that without the players. The game is nothing without you all. And my message up there completely ignores that. That was wrong, and I apologize. And to claim that your opinions and desires for the game mean nothing, and to belittle the money and freedom this player's fan base has given me is completely and obliviously unfair. I hope at least this opens people's eyes to where I stand. I'm not a perfect person at all, and I can't promise things will change. I've done that in the past and just end up a liar. But I truly want to do what's right for the game, whatever that means. I'm trying to fix up old systems, secure it, and give it a foundation to continue to last. I won't make promises because I don't want to let people down anymore. And while I do need to work more often, there are other obstacles that will continue to make updates on the game's standards challenging. I'll try, but I don't know what the future of the game looks like exactly, and I don't want people to invest more into it without putting that out there. I'm going to step away for at least a day and try to recollect. I need real sleep and to detach myself from the situation. I am not making progress in this state. I'm actually causing more problems. I'm still confident in the new features and the update as a whole, and the hardest parts are complete. But it's not fully ready, and I'm not capable of finishing it at the moment.